So as the leader of the Mud Gang, how are you feeling as a senior looking at your final regular season game, final game at Hinesville?
It's been a lot of fun. You know, the guys in that room are really tight. It's a close group of guys. You know, we're a family in there. I think just we're all excited, you know, to go out one last time and get to play for each other.
You and Dorian are seniors, but what have you seen in the other three guys? You know, Alex, the other two, Brian. What have you seen as far as their improvement throughout this game?
Yeah, I think it's with all of us every week, just going out to practice, trying to get better, and you've seen that with all five of us, I believe. And you watch, you know, the film from week one to where we are now. We're playing a totally different game. We're all at a very high level of playing right now. You know, all those guys, you know, me, myself, Dorian. I feel like we're expected to play at a high level, but other three guys, I mean, they're playing just as high as we are. So, you know, we're doing a great job as a unit, which is really impressive.
What's it like looking back to see how far this program has come since you got here?
Yeah, I think, I mean, just starting with what's here physically. I mean, this room, just to, you know, start with, you know, that's changed. You know, coaches change, the players change. You know, every team's different. So I think it's just fun to watch as the years go on and see how each team is. This team's a lot of fun, just like all the previous ones, but each team has their own thing. So 2016 Pitt Panthers is a lot of fun, and it's been a great year, and we're going to keep going. So.
Adam, you mentioned the coaching changing. You know, you and Dorian and Alex Officer have played together for quite a long time now. Recruited by Paul Chris, coached by Jim Huber when you got here. Has there been some consistency, at least in terms of offensive line play from staff to staff, and if so, how does that help?
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, we all came to Pitt as good players. We were developed very well and continue to develop every day. And I think as you play more in a game, you get more experience, which really helps just in everything you do. You know, when you play football, and so just being out there is just really helpful. When the more consistent you are with the guys that are on the field, it's even easier. So, you know, with Alex playing guard and center, you know, that was great. You know, myself and Dorian playing next to each other for, you know, the past years is also a thing that's really unheard of. So with all that, just being able to be on the field together, you know, we have fun out there, and we just have a click, which is really good. And you know, Alex Bookster and Brian O'Neill, they've, you know, stepped right into, and you know, Brian was with us last year, and Bookster's been there, and so it's just been really easy. We go on the field and we just have fun.
As you guys had just talked about it, a lot of close. The 4 losses have been close ones. How did you guys avoid sort of that emotional letdown? I mean, you let a couple get away early, and then some teams can sort of sag a little bit, and you guys have sort of been able to avoid that. What's been the key there?
I think the biggest thing is just taking each week at a time. You know, go out, focus on each week. This week we have Syracuse. Last week, you know, was Duke, and that was the past. So I think it's learning from the past, but living in the present. So, you know, right now, we think about everything, you know, right here, right now. Everything we do is for Syracuse. This whole week's all about Syracuse. You know, Duke was last week, Clemson, you know, Penn State, all that was in the past. So it's just learning from your mistakes and then, you know, proceeding forward and focusing on this week, which we have Syracuse, which is a huge game.
You get to learn that, and I mean, you know, as an older player, is it easier to sort of kind of do that as opposed to a younger player where every Saturday might be like life or death or whatever?
Yeah, I think going back to, you know, Coach Nardizzi was saying, our leadership on the team is great. You know, we have so many leaders from, you know, fifth-year seniors to, you know, true freshmen even as leaders on the field. So I think that really helps. You know, everyone's, you know, following each other and doing the right things, and I think that's just really how we continue to go forward and just looking at it each week at a time. And I think that's been the most important thing. Just our leadership has been really good to move forward.
Adam, you have, in 127 years of Pitt football, the most prolific offense in history. What has Coach Canada, in his first year as offensive coordinator, brought to the table that helped you achieve that in 11 games?
Yeah, he's been fun. It's, you know, come in on Mondays and you don't know what he's going to throw at you, and all kind of things, whether it's lining up in the backfield or throwing a pass to Brian, or, you know, just all the motions we do. You just never know what we're going to do. It's fun every week to see what he has in store for us, and I feel like sometimes he sits in that office a little bit too long and draws some plays that are just unreal, but hey, they seem to work. But yeah, I think it's just been fun. Every week's different. It's not, we do the same things, but in different ways. So that's really been helpful for us as players, knowing what to do, and being able to go out there and have fun with the game. You know, I think a lot of players get lost with that. they get so driven into being perfect all the time, but we're out there having a lot of fun doing it.
When's it about you catching pass?
Say it again.
When's it about you catching pass?
We got one more game left, so I've been working on my hands. I go out a few minutes before practice, get some catch with Nate. We'll see.
Adam, was the buy-in immediate with Matt, or were there times where some of the stuff you're drawing, like, wow, this is different than what we've ever done?
Yeah, I don't think there was any of that thought of whether we're going to buy in or buy out. You're here. We came to Pitt to play football, and whatever coach or system's put in front of you, you do it. And it was a very easy transition from last year with Coach Chaney. Very simple, and we just kept rolling. We just able to just continue our football knowledge and just continue on playing the best football we can play.
Adam, what are you going to miss the most?
I'm going to miss the locker room. That's just the biggest thing, and you guys see our 5 minutes of practice, and you see us on Saturdays, but you don't see what goes behind the scenes, and I think that's really what I'll miss most. And that's the best times here.
Do you think about when you were a senior at Fox Chapel, you were coming down here, if you recruited, do you think back to those days, the decision you made landed you here?
Yeah, I think recently more than ever, because you're coming down to your last few games here, and you start thinking like, oh, I think that was like last week I was back in Fox Chapel thinking about where I was going to play, and that's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life to come here to Pitt. The school's done everything for me, and it's been great. We're going to finish this year strong and make it even better. So it's just crazy how time flies. Being here for 5 years feels like yesterday, just moving into Towers in the summer and coming down that 6 a.m. workout. And it feels just like yesterday.
You seniors have been able to withstand the coaching changes, I believe, more than previous seniors have been. Why is that?
I think, like I said, we all came here to play football for Pitt. No matter who was our coach, that's what we decided we were going to do, and we wanted to be great, and that's what we're just going for every day. We come here trying to be the best football players, best people we can be, and that's the reason why we came to Pitt, not for a coach. So I think everything's worked out in our favor.
Adam, expectations
about,
were good.
Have you thought about the emotions of Saturday, having your parents on the field, that kind of thing?
I thought about the emotion, for, towards, I guess, more or less the end of the game, the feeling after, you win your 8th game. I think that's the more feeling I'm thinking, not my parents. I mean, I'll see my mom Thursday. I'll see her after the game. Like, I'll see her. I mean, you see your parents a lot, and whether or not it's on the field or not, I think that's not something to me that I'll be thinking of right now. I'm thinking more about how the game's going to end.
The expectations were really high for the offensive line as a group going into the year, picked by ESPN to be the best group in the ACC. And it seems like you guys have done a really good job not only paving the way for the run game, but keeping Nathan clean in the pocket. So how would you say you guys have lived up to these expectations with one game left to go?
Yeah, I think for us, like I said, we try to go out there and be the best football players we can be, and then as a unit as well. Things have worked out, for us, and we've played really good football so far, and we got one more game to continue that. So we hope for that and just keep being the best we can be.
When Juan was in here last week, he said, "Look, what I want to leave is the program in better shape than when I got here. That's what he wanted more than anything." Do you get the sense, and Pat said he feels you guys are better than you were a year ago? When you look back to where it was when you got here coming in 5 years ago, do you feel like the program's on more solid ground?
Oh, for sure. I mean, from the day we came in here to where we are now, it's a different world. I think just, about a program, it's about winning. And at the end of the day is if you win or lose. And, when we first got here, and only won 6 games or so, and, now, we're striving, last year we won 8. This year we have a chance to win more than that. So we're just going to keep going and just try, like I said, going back to just playing the best football we can play, and that will take it from there. Last year and even this year we got some games got out of, we couldn't do everything we needed to do, and but that's the reality of things, this season, and just got to keep fighting forward and only control what we can control.
How helpful was it for you to be redshirted and kind of learn that first year?
For me, I came in at like 270 pounds, so I could barely lift 300 pounds, my bench press. Like, it was, I needed it pretty bad. You see some guys today like coming in, and I remember watching Mike Grimm come in, and he's benching over 400 pounds as a freshman, and I'm like, wow, I wish I was like that when I came in here. But I needed to develop my body physically. That was the biggest thing for me, and I was able to travel to all those games as well. So that was nice to kind of get that the routine of being able to go on the road on Fridays, and then for the next year when I played as my redshirt freshman year, it was easy. The traveling end of it, and then every game just makes it even easier and easier as you go on. And so I definitely, everything about I've been here has just been worked out perfectly in my favor.
It's one of the few teams you play every year. It's the final game of the year. You've had some tight games with them, even though you've had success. Does Syracuse have a rival feel? What's the feeling like?
Yeah, I mean, the 5 years I was here, I've never felt a rival between Syracuse. I mean, they're close to us, I guess you could say. I've never really felt it. We've always come down to close games. They always play us tough. We play them tough. It's going to be a tough game Saturday. Both good football teams, and you just never know any Saturday. So it's for us, just go out there and perform the best we can do, and the outcome will come our way.